that flow in an album where like everything kind of like gradually grows, and then like I don't know how to phrase it, but like I just like want an album that you could just sit down and like you don't feel like you're being pulled in different directions all the time. There's like a natural flow to it.
Right. Well, you know what? On that note, let me ask you: Do you ever, since yeah, I know you might be exaggerating a little bit, saying you're losing a little bit of sleep. I lose a little bit of sleep organizing this stuff. But do you ever wake up and think, you know what? And let's say like put a dictation in your phone to write notes down, then look in the morning, going, what?
Yeah, no, all the time. There's a lot of songs that I've like written that I like think are really good when I'm writing them, and then I go back like a few days later. I'm like, why? Like, why did I write this? Why did I waste like 5 hours recording this?
Well, this is just awful. I gotta.
Yeah, like there's a lot of times like that. Like more than the successes, there are failures, but you'll never see them on like a CD.
Maybe a B side. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's how the conversation goes. You're like, maybe this will be like a bonus track, and then eventually it just kind of you're like, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Next.
Yeah, exactly. You move on to better things.
Oh, right on. I can only imagine, man. Like that's so much props and credit goes to musicians and bands and artists like yourself, just because when people hear this, they kind of have a deeper appreciation of how much actually goes into it, and it's not just as simple as sitting down and writing a song, unless you're thrown together by some executive saying, okay, you're gonna play this song and do this way. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of, I don't know, at least for me, there's a lot of thought that goes in behind it. And I don't really have like these fully formed, especially my writing. I can't just sit down and write a song and be like, oh, perfect, this is great. Like, I usually need to go through it like 3 or 4 times to make sure it's actually like something that'll stick.
Oh, and that's such a good point right there, just because, I mean, even stuff like let's say older songs or newer songs, doesn't matter which ones they are. Now, you might write the lyrics down, and then, you know, you're thinking, it's like, okay, these sound pretty good at the time. And then, let's say you let it go for, let's say, about a week or so, and you come back, it's like, no, scratch it out, and then start over again. But, you know, that's part of the growth, and that's part of the evolution. It may be frustrating at sometimes, but the end result is it's worth it.
Yeah, I think that's as an artist, that's how you know you're growing, is when you have the discipline to, like, throw out a song when you know it's not good. Like, I think when you start, every song you write is so precious. It's like, hey, I wrote another song, and like you don't want to abandon it. But like, I think you get to a point where you have to be like, okay, like I got to censor myself on what I'm actually gonna record and like pursue.
Well, that's right, because in the end, you know, you have the idea in your head, but it's also the sound you want to portray for each song, because it's not always going to be the same, which obviously is a good thing. But it's just a good learning process in general. I mean, so yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get on to the next song, and the next song, since we were talking about earlier, we're going to tie them together, going from Frontier Town to Blackfoot. This is Western Jaguar off of Wayfarer. Dig this.
Come back to me. I knew you so well. Come back to me. Save me from my come lay with me. Like the garden when we were young. Come stay with me. A bond that I can't of empty houses and empty towns.
All right, that was Blackfoot, Western Jaguar. This song is, I think, well, in my opinion, is probably the chillest song in this album.
Yeah, it's definitely got a more laid back vibe. Especially, you can just tell right away with the acoustic guitar.
Oh yeah, but it's a fun song though too.
Yeah. Initially, I actually wasn't gonna include it on the record. I finished it like after we were actually done mixing and mastering all the tracks. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do this as a bonus track. But I ended up, it really grew on me, so I decided to include it in.
Oh, right on, man. This has been really interesting. We've had a lot of songs that weren't initially supposed to be together or supposed to be in the album. So, this is this has been actually really cool because I would never would have thought that with the songs. I just didn't think that what your initial thought process was behind it, obviously. But that's really cool that you decided to kind of put this out at the end. The song's maybe going to be like a single, as a 2-song EP, that sort of thing. So it just goes to show everybody listening how much work actually went into this album. So remember that, everybody.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
But man, Jeff, that's pretty much all the time we have for tonight. But it's been a lot of fun. It was a great time having you back on the show, man. It's been too long. We should do this more often.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being back. Hopefully, maybe I'll release something quicker this time, then I can get back on the show.
Actually, you know what, man? What I'll do is I've got a list so far for pretty much May. How about in June sometime? I'll look at the schedule, and how about you come on NMS and be a guest host?
Okay. Yeah, perfect. I'd love to.
Yeah, so we'll do that, man. That we can talk sooner. So we'll say June-ish. I'll have a look at the list and so we can fit you in. And you can be a co-host for the night.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Right on, man.
You got my manager? No.
Yeah. Yeah, the check's in the mail, right?
Oh
Yeah. Right on, Jeff. Well, man, thank you so much. It really has been a good time having you back on the show. So we'll set up a slot for you to come on NMS in the next month.
All right, thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Anytime, man. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you so much, Jeff. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Right. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye. All right, guys, that was Western Jaguar, Jeffrey Trainer. And as you can see, the guy is a lot of fun, and it was a good time. And yes, we will be setting him up for an appearance on NMS, hopefully in June. Get that set up because it's a good time, and he's got a good perspective on music. And obviously, you can check out his new album on his Bandcamp, Wayfarer, and it's really good. You've heard most of the songs on the show already. If we haven't played some of the songs, we will, promising this next few Saturdays. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for listening. It's always a lot of fun to inform you guys and let you guys hear some new music. So we'll be talking to you Saturday at 9 p.m. for Music Saturday. So this time we got a double co-host, so we're going to do two parts. We're going to split them up. So on the first part of NMS, we're going to have Missionary Fates. And the second part, we're going to have Captain Rob and the Seaman. So he'll be on part 2. We're going to give Missionary Fates priority number 1 just because they're in the UK, so they'll be 5 hours ahead. So it'll be about 2 in the morning his time when he comes on the show, but hopefully he'll be waking up and have a good time. He sounds really pumped, and I'm really pumped with this new format. So big shout out to Brian at NYC Fast Factory Records for setting this up, and all the bands contributing all the time. It's, guys, so much appreciated. You have no idea. So keep tuned. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, I think it's Friday already. So Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, tune in. Myself and my good friends, Matt Ashens, will be doing NMS with our co-host, and well, it's kind of interview and music as well. So we'll have Glenn from Missionary Fades, and then the second part we'll have Rob from Captain Rob and the Seaman. So it's gonna be a good night, and you guys are not going to miss it. The fun starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk to you then. Until then, bones out, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And once again, we had Western Jaguar on, and he's great, great time. Check his album out on his Bandcamp, Wayfarer. Dig it. Till then, bones out.